Lorraine, you're just talking rubbish. Hey beautiful people, how are you today? It is a grey and dark day in the United Kingdom, and I just wanted to talk a little bit, well, about two things. First of all, this has been the weirdest 2 weeks because I have been invited out more in the last 2 weeks than I think I have literally ever in my entire life. I've been working really hard during the day, and then in the evening I've just been very lucky to have all these different invitations, and it's literally been like a 1 week streak. And I spoke in a video that I'll put here, I spoke about in the video how I really am a homebody, and sometimes I struggle to get out. Because I really like being at home. I like being home and I like being cozy, and sometimes I get a little bit anxious when I have to go out for some reason. So yeah, I've been invited out for a dinner tonight, and it's to celebrate the Chinese New Year. But before that, I just wanted to talk a little bit. Someone asked me to do a video on handling stress. So I just wanted to talk a bit about how I handle stress, because I have had an incredibly stressful period of time. And it's interesting, isn't it, about how, it's interesting, hello. It's interesting, isn't it, stress, because I think I get stressed, especially, my main thing is I get stressed when I'm not organised. If I'm organised, then I get less stressed. If I leave everything to the last minute and I'm bumbling around, I'm dropping things, things don't turn up, I'm driving, people are going too slowly, that really does make my stress go up. So I think planning and being able to get to things early and just taking the time, like I've already made my green juice for tomorrow, for instance, or my protein shake for tomorrow, so that's great in the morning. That's like 15 minutes saved. It's just little things like that. So I think planning is definitely my number one thing about being less stressed. Number two is I meditate. Meditation for me is incredibly important. I meditate once a day, twice a day if I can, for 20 minutes each time. And meditation is important for me because it really calms me down and it takes me away from all the outside and to focus on myself. Not all the other problems that might be going on, or the other issues or challenges or good things or bad things, whichever. It just takes me away from that time so I can really focus in on myself. And people say, oh my goodness, I can't meditate, but I'll do a video on meditation because quite a few of you have asked me to, like, how on earth do I meditate? So I will do a video on meditation soon as well. The other thing that helps me is exercise. Today, my friend said, hey, I'm going to do a spinning class in the morning. So I just went to the gym, this gym called Cool Collective. I went to a gym and I did a spinning class and it was fantastic. I pushed myself so hard, I got rid of some frustrations, and that is a great stress reliever as well. I talk to my friends. I'm a great talker. My friends listening will know I love talking on the phone. I think it's really important. I don't like having relationships by text, just texting, hey, how are you? I'm fine, I'm great. No, I like to talk to people anyway, but especially if I'm feeling stressed, and just say how I'm feeling, and sharing when you have, and then you, this support system around me. And when I get stressed, I do sometimes eat too much, and then that just makes me more stressed. So that's something I have to try and deal with, because I'm straight in that shot, I'm getting packet crisps, I'm getting a chocolate bar, and that is not how to handle stress, because then after I've eaten it, during, the 30 seconds of eating it, I feel fine, but then afterwards I don't. It just makes me feel more stressed. Sometimes there's a situation in life where you have no control, because we don't have control over people, places and things. We might think we do, but we don't. So all we can do is, or this is just my opinion, I'm not an expert, but all I can do in that situation is control my part of it. What can I control? My thinking, and I control the things around me. And that's very powerful, to realise that you can't control other people. You can to a degree, but it never really works, it never really lasts. Some situations are out of your control. I can't deal with the saying, oh, if you can't control it, then don't worry about it, because I do still worry about things if I can't control them. But I'm learning to think, okay, I can control my part of it. I can do this, I can do that, then there's nothing else I can do. Then at least I know I've done all I can. I've done all I can to try and make that situation better. And then the rest is completely out of my hands. And I spoke about this in another video about when I was on the tube and this commuter was like, lost it with me and started shouting at me. And I do this a lot, and obviously first of all it's all about making yourself safe, make sure you're safe from harm and everything, but I very much do put light around people. It sounds ridiculous but it really helps me put light. It's like a calming, healing light around people, and I put it around myself as well. Because you know, when you're angry or something with a situation or something, the more you think about it, the more you focus about it, then the more stressful the whole situation becomes. So I try and disengage myself from it and put light around that person, light around me, and realise that if I'm resentful or angry, then the only person that I'm resentful or the only person I'm really hurting is not the other person. I'm only hurting myself. And it's difficult to forgive in many situations, but sometimes having that, not forgiving someone, can be quite stressful. That's just my opinion. When you're so angry with someone or something or some situation, but managing to detach from the situation, and it's not easy. It really isn't easy, and I can't do it with all things. And some things I'm still clinging on to for dear life with that have perhaps made me angry, certain situations or something. But I'm trying to learn to let go, because I say you can't hold a man down without staying down with him, and that's like with anger. You can be, I'm angry and resentful at you, but who's it harming? No one but yourself, because it's making them all stressed. It's funny, sometimes I get really anxious after a coffee, so I don't really drink caffeine, only in the form of my matcha green tea that I have in my smoothies in the morning sometimes. But if I drink a coffee, I'm like, oh, I'm so anxious, and it makes me feel really stressed. So I don't know if that pertains to you. I know a lot of people have the coffee morning ritual and have to have their coffee, but for me, I really can't. I can't have a coffee because it just makes me more anxious and stressed. Anxious is a whole nother ball game. We'll talk about that another time. One thing that I felt works really well, and I don't do it very often. I was actually speaking to a friend yesterday who was struggling with something. Was very stressed about the situation. It's get a journal or get a book and just write everything down that comes into your head. The writing will be really messy, and you just write really quickly. There's no pause. There's no thinking about it. You just write whatever you want to write. No one's ever going to see it, because as soon as you finish writing it, you can get rid. Just write down everything, write down. This is great for anger as well, and it's great for sometimes stress, to just get stuff out, get frustrations out. It's kind of like a stress journal, a stress book. I don't do that as much as I should, but I find that it does help. But I have found that since I've been meditating, especially meditating, it's really helped calm things down. And there are actually, if you go onto Google and you Google the benefits of meditation, the scientific benefits of meditation. So, you know, there's scientific benefits, the parts of the brain are calmed down. You've got your stress thing, haven't you? You've got your amygdala, I think that's what it's called, your fight or flight response, and how you can calm it down. But yeah, I do have a propensity to be anxious, and I do have a propensity to be stressed, and so the meditation has helped me 100-fold. So now, most of the time, and not all of the time, at all, when I feel myself getting to a 6 out of 10 in a situation, I walk away. I change it, I do something else. That's what I know now, because if I go over it up to 7 out of 10, it affects me so badly, the stress, and it takes a couple of days to get over it, and it's just not good. But anyway, this video is kind of a combo of stress and also tonight I'm going again. Lorraine, you're just talking rubbish that you don't go out, because as far as I can see from your YouTube, you've been out every single night in the last 7 days. It does seem that way, doesn't it? Tonight I'm going to a party celebrating Chinese New Year, so I tried to do this makeup. I tried to make it, it's not quite finished yet, but I tried to make it look a bit, does it? I don't know if it does, I don't know. Well, I've done it anyway. I'm going to get my hair blow dried. I'm going to get my hair blow dried too. I can't do it myself. Rubbish. So this party for this Chinese New Year, it said that you had to wear red. And they said, you just can't just wear like red bow in your hair. You have to properly wear red. Red? I never wear red. Oh gosh. It's my shower cap. So this is the dress. It's got a little neck thing here. I'm going to try it on and see if it fits. See if I like it. Otherwise, I'll be in black. It does fit. I'm wearing the 10, and then there's the shoe situation. I've got these shoes, and they kind of like, it looks like little pussycat. So I've just arrived at the shop Bluebird. I'm going to have a little look in here and see what I can find. So I've got my hair blow dried, so now I'm going to get home, get changed and get out of here.